Hi, this is Ram and Kashyap. Kashyap is here.
Hi.
So we are going to do the first experiment on Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi basically it is being used for the nano applications, and if you are dealing with the IoT kind of applications. So I'll show you the live of Raspberry Pi kits, and it is having the board circuits and so many ports like LAN port, USB cables, so that you can connect with the different interfacing devices. And HDMI port is there, then power port is there, and even the power supply you can put with this. Then this is the basically the ports for the LAN cable, and here the connecting the keyboards and mouse, everything through this USB port you can do, right? So the first experiment is basically it is for measuring the temperature of the room. So these sensors I'm going to explain about this sensor. And this sensor having the 3 pins, and these 3 pins basically explain about the 3 major part. And first pin is basically I need to see the documentation. And this first pin, the left hand pin is the basically the input output pin, and the second pin is the middle one is the power supply, a VCC pin, and third one is the ground pin. And you can see here with the very minute detail of the sensors that you will be able to see the yes stand for signals, and the left side is the plus, and right side is the minus. And before the yes there is resistance also, because when suddenly you are connecting with the board, we are having the board also. I will show you the proper setup. You can see here. So basically if we do not have any HDMI interfaces, so we need to get it that, so that we can connect with the VGA to HDMI. And we have the board also. So the board is basically providing the interface between the sensors and Raspberry Pi. In the Raspberry Pi also having the so many pins. You can see these are the pins 1 to 40 pins, and this in the board also having the pins. Okay, so and this is the jumper cables, and through jumper cables basically we are connected with the sensor. So, and even you can see the setups. This is the basically the mouse, this is the keyboard, this is the LAN cable which is blinking. Okay, and now we'll come to the whole setup. So this is the operating system, and once the things will get ready, and when we'll boot to the device, you will get this kind of Raspberry Pi environment. So here this is just the display device, but everything, all the operating system and drivers is installed under this small device. See, if we'll compare both the processors, this is the basically Lenovo, and where the Windows is installed, but this small device is containing the Raspberry operating system. So we'll go with the first experiment what the Kashyap has explained. I think Kashyap will explain it very well. Kashyap, could you please tell me about the things what need to be done in the beginning stage when we are going for the first stage? So,
when you are doing it the first time, first we have to install the library for the Adafruit.
okay.
Right. How to install? We are use the sudo command. Sudo command is the allow us to use the admin rights. Right. So
right.
sudo pip3 install Adafruit. We are using pip3 because we are using the Python version 3.
Yeah.
That's why we are using pip3.
Right,
And install the, we are telling the install this library. So it will install the Adafruit library. You can see here the Indiabo. Right, it's already downloaded.
So Kashyap, I think that this environment is quite similar to the Linux, right?
Yeah, it's
So all the commands will work similar to the Linux. That's fine.
It's similar. We can use any command, like we can write
Fabulous.
if we want to like present working directory, right, we are writing pwd.
Yeah,
So
PWD.
it will tell us, like if we want the list of directory, we are writing ls.
Super.
Right, if we are right in the details, so we are right ls minus a.
Yes.
Right, so it will
So
it will
basically
show us the all the library.
So anyone who are well perfect in Mac operating system or in Linux or Ubuntu, he will able to work very well in the Raspberry Pi operating system.
It's
And
totally depend on the Linux operating system.
that's great. So let's go for the first step. The first step is basically is to installing the driver, the Adafruit DST driver.
Library, yeah.
Adafruit.
So
What the
library.
Adafruit DST do? This library?
This library will help us to use the this sensors. Like we have these
Okay.
sensors, right? In the back side you can see, right, which sensor we are using.
Yeah.
Right, we are using DHT11 sensor.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
DHT22 is also available, but here we are using DHT22.
So basically, sometimes we require the drivers, to connecting these hardware devices with the software. Of course, we need to capture the nature's temperatures, and we need to, capture to the device. So this driver is helping in that case. Okay. After completing the first steps, then where we'll go?
We have to open the file, right? We are using if we are familiar with the Linux, then
Yeah.
you can get the idea, right?
Yeah.
We are creating already we have created one file, so just try opening this file.
Yeah. Okay. The temp.py is the one of the Python files which is already
Yeah, and the
created.
first line, right, we import the library, right? It's the our library.
Yeah. So our driver which we install, that is basically we are importing here.
We are
good.
importing
Yeah.
here,
Yes.
right? Like it's Java.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we are initializing which sensor we are using. Like
Yeah.
in the
DHT11. Yes.
the above you see, right? We are using the DHT11.
Yeah. Again, we are showing DHT11 is written here, so we need to write here properly.
DHT11.
And that values will store in the DHT10. DHT10 is nothing; it's just the variables basically, and the Adafruit underscore DHT.DHT11 is just providing the data to the DHT sensor. Okay, that's great. Okay.
DHT pin is equals to 14. So here we are initializing the which pin we are using.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Which pin we are using. Here you can see the
So-
example, right?
Yeah.
Here you can see, right?
So these are basically the pins available in the Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. So it's
Pi.
the detail of the Raspberry Pi,
Yeah.
right, which we are using in the
So
our
this is basically the red color is basically the voltage, power supply. pin.
power supply. It's provide the power supply.
Okay.
Green is for the ground,
Okay.
and yellow color is for the yellow, and this color is for the GPIO. They have written GPIO. For the
GPIO stands
for general purpose input.
Input output, and the general if any kind of input output operation is being performed, so we need to use these pin numbers. Just here one confusion need to be removed. We should write the pin number 14 15 instead of 8 and 10. This is just the number, but actual the pin number is 14 15 18, all these things.
Here is the GPIO number, like
Yeah.
it's the GPIO number, and here is the physical pin number.
Physical pin number. Okay.
Yeah, so here we are using the GPIO number. We are not
Right.
using the pin number.
Yes.
So we are using the GPIO number
Yeah.
14.
So
Right,
here-
I am telling you like
in the real device we can see here, these are the basically you can see these are the pin number. I think it should be visible here in the camera, and this pin number is just basically the description of this. Okay, so there is the 40 pins available here. Okay, let's move to the next.
Okay, like I have connected these sensors. Like first I used the 3.3 volt. Right, if you can see the sensors, we have 3 pins.
Yeah.
Right, first pin is for the signal. Right, it will connect with the our GPIO. Right, second is for the VCC. VCC it's a power supply. Right, it will connect with the 3.3. Right, and it's the ground. So here we are connect with the ground.
Yeah.
So my wiring is the middle wire is connect with the VCC. Right, last wire is connect with the ground, and first wire is connect with the GPIO 14.
Okay.
So here you can see the demonstration, like how we are have
So
the
can
configuration.
you bring it in the light so that we can shoot properly? So this setup basically, this jumping cable and is basically connecting the sensors to the Raspberry Pi. So
red wire is for the power, so I put it in the middle.
yeah,
Right. This orange wire is for the ground, so I put it in the ground. Yellow wire is for the our signal. Right. So I put it here in the 14 number.
okay. So basically the yellow one is the a wire which will work for the GPIO, general purpose input output operations, which will read the signals, data from the sensors and will fit to the computer system. Let's go for the program. Can you open in the editor? Something you were showing the editor.
Yeah, yes, the editor.
Yeah. So basically this Thorny editor is the one of the Thorny, right? The name is the what? Yeah, Thorny. And so this is the one of the Python editor. What the benefit of this IDE is that the whatever the keyword is there in the program, that can be highlighted. So let's say import, while, true. These are the keywords. So these keywords will be highlighted. And if you are even the program will be in the proper indented way. So this is the benefit of IDE. So let's explain. Can you explain the programs properly?
Yeah, we are writing the while true. Like we are writing a while true because we want the program in n number of time to execute. Right. Here we are declaring the two variable.
Yeah.
Right. And temp. Right. And we are telling them it's the Adafruit DHT read retry, and we are passed our sensor name, and we are paying. Right, so it's number. The method, right? In the Java, we can say it's the method in the Adafruit, right, which will return us the values, right, and we will store the values in this declared variables.
Yeah.
Right, and we are telling the condition, right? If hum is not null and the temperature is not null, then print the values of the element temperature. Here we are declared for the 0 and 1 with the FF, like it's the returning the float value.
Yeah.
So we are telling as the 0 is the temperature value, right, and it's the first is for the humidity value.
Yeah.
Right, so we are telling them to print the values according to that.
Yeah.
Okay, if we are writing in the else condition, we are write f because it's the floating value. That's why we are writing the float value f.
Yeah.
Okay, if else we are something getting it wrong, then it will print the wrong message. So now I execute the program.
If the sensor is not able to read the data from outsourced, something problem is with the sensor and connections, then definitely we will go to the else part. Okay. Now we run the code and see, yes, we are able to read the temperatures, and now 22.0 and humidity at 71. The humidity and will keep on increasing, decreasing,
so
but the temperature is
increase the temperature, right?
So here
here you can see the temperature,
the temperature is
increase.
changing. Yes. Humidity is increasing. Even the temperature is same, but humidity is increasing, I think. Yeah. Temperature also got increased. Yeah, 24. It reached to the 24, 25.
So like when it's get the temperature, it's also, so it will also increase the temperature also.
So that's what.
Now it decreased the temperature also because I stopped my activity. So it will reduce the temperature also after some time, right? It will decrease the temperature.
This is the first experiment. Me got the help from the Kashyap. Kashyap is the person who basically did the whole setup, and I would like to say thanks a lot to him. And we are going to do a lot of experiments in the Raspberry Pi. We are going to build more and more IoT related applications. Please be in touch. Thank you so much for watching this video.